Some things hurt so badly in the moment that you cannot see any good in them. You just sit there asking, why me? Why now? But years later, you may look back and realize that the thing you hated was actually the thing that protected you. That is what this story is really about. Not every loss is the end. Not every blessing is safe. Stay with this story until the end, because the final lesson may change the way you look at the hardest season of your life. There was once a small village near a green hill and a thick forest. In that village lived a man named Mr. Adam. He was not rich, not even close. Most days, he worked hard just to put food on the table. But the strange thing was, he never walked around angry at life. He did not complain about what he lacked. He simply did his work, cared for his son Daniel, and stayed thankful for what he had. Beside them was Max, a strong white horse. Max was smart, loyal, and worked like he understood the family's struggles. To Mr. Adam and Daniel, Max was not just an animal, he was family. One day, a wealthy businessman named Mr. Smith came from the city and offered a large amount of money for Max. Everyone thought Mr. Adam would say yes, but he calmly refused. To him, some things were worth more than money. Then one day, Max disappeared. Just like that, the stable was empty. Mr. Adam and Daniel searched everywhere, but they could not find him. The villagers started talking right away. Some laughed. Some said Mr. Adam was foolish for refusing the rich man's offer. Others said he had lost his only chance to change his life. Daniel was heartbroken. He could not understand why his father stayed so calm. So he asked him, "Dad, how can you be so peaceful after losing something so important?" Mr. Adam only smiled and said, "Son, there is good and bad in everything. We just cannot always see it right away." Daniel did not understand then, and honestly, most of us would not understand either. When something painful happens, we rush to call it bad. But sometimes, life has not finished the story yet. A few days later, something nobody expected happened. Max came back, but he did not come back alone. Behind him were 5 wild horses from the forest. Suddenly, the same people who laughed at Mr. Adam started calling him lucky. Just days earlier they pitied him. Now they admired him. That is how fast people change when things start looking good again. But what really stood out was Mr. Adam. He did not act overly excited. He did not brag or celebrate like he had won something. He stayed calm, almost like he already understood that life keeps changing. Meanwhile, Daniel started training the wild horses every day. He worked hard teaching them to trust people and help on the farm. And honestly, that part says a lot about real wisdom. Mature people do not let success go to their heads too quickly, because sometimes what looks like a blessing today can turn tomorrow. Staying grounded when life goes well is just as important as staying strong when life gets hard. While training the wild horses, Daniel got thrown off one of them and broke his leg badly. The whole village started talking again. People said the horses had brought trouble into the family. Daniel was frustrated too. This time, even he believed something truly bad had happened. But once again, Mr. Adam stayed calm. He simply said, "Only time can tell what is good or bad." Then about a week later, war broke out across the country. Soldiers came to the village and took every young man they could find. But Daniel was not taken because of his broken leg. Many of the boys who left never returned home. That was the moment everything changed. What first looked painful ended up protecting his life. And honestly, that happens more often than people realize. Sometimes the thing breaking your heart today is quietly saving you from something worse tomorrow. That is why reacting too fast can be dangerous. Not every setback is the end of your story. Sometimes life just needs more time before it makes sense. Later, Mr. Adam sat beside Daniel and explained everything in a simple way. Losing Max felt terrible at first, but the horse returned with 5 more. Breaking a leg seemed unfair and painful, but that same injury kept Daniel away from war. Life keeps changing like that. Things rarely stay good forever, and hard seasons do not last forever either. That is why Mr. Adam believed the most important thing in life is patience, gratitude, and faith. Do not panic too quickly when life gets hard, and do not become arrogant when life feels perfect. Most people only understand the meaning of certain moments years later. Looking back, you start realizing that some of your worst days were actually turning points. Some closed doors protected you. Some painful moments slowed you down for a reason. Life is complicated like that. And maybe the real peace comes from accepting that we do not need to understand everything immediately.